Okay guys, this is going to be the 5th time I am recording this video just because my mic keeps freaking dying. But we're going to pretty much replay price today. It's going to be more of a trade recap video versus live trading. So I'm just going to take you through a process of how I do my daily bias, my pre-market analysis, and the way I trade. So been trading for 10 months, requested my 5th payout yesterday. And yeah, it's been a fucking journey, a roller coaster of emotions, but it's been not too bad. It's great when you see some success with the skill that you're learning. So yeah, just gonna take you guys through this journey of how I do my pre-market analysis. So the first thing I like to do is I go on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, I noticed we have, let's reset this chart too. Cool. So on the daily time frame, we do have this previous daily candle. So on the previous daily candle, I noticed that we are just respecting the upper portion of this candle, meaning that price could be very well bullish going into New York session. So I'm scaling down to the 4-hour, and what do I see? I see here that we have some highs, potential highs as draws on liquidity, right? So I'm just gonna mark out all of these highs here, and we also have this 4-hour gap here that we recently inversed. So that's a good indication for signs of bullishness. So now I'm just going to go to the 1-hour time frame, and I'm just going to do the same thing, marking out my fair value gaps. Right, we have our little 1-hour gap here, and from that point I don't see anything else. Well, we did inverse this 1 hour, so that's also a clear sign. And I'm just going to go to the 15-minute, turn on my ICT kill zones and pivots indicator, and start marking out my session highs and lows. So I'm going to start with the Asia high, right? And with these session highs and lows, I have certain lines, certain custom like colors that I have. So Asia high, I just have a blue line. London, I'm not going to mark London out just because we did sweep out London on the 5 a.m. candle. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And now from that point, I'm going to still mark out my other draws on liquidity that could be potential targets. So we have these. Just gonna mark this out as a line here for less confusion. So we have these highs coming into that 1-hour gap, and possibly even these highs. So I'm gonna turn off this indicator here just because I do want to see like a clean chart, no crazy colors, no boxes, no panels, things like that. So we're just gonna go to the 1-minute time frame. And okay, so this is what I was anticipating coming into market open. So I wanted to see some of these relative equal lows, these stacked low resistance liquidity lows get hit, right? This LRL get hit. So something like this, right? We get a move down, inverse, and then take along to this 1-hour gap. This was pretty much my anticipation of the market, but if price doesn't do that, we're gonna look for other ways. So market opens right at 9:30, boom, 9:30 candle, we get a sharp move to the upside. I'm not going to ride the wave, and I'm not going to enter blindly. I'm going to stay super patient, and we're just going to keep watching price. So price respects this 1-hour gap here, right? If we go to the 1-hour time frame, we are respecting this gap here, right? Price has not inversed this gap, so we're just going to stay patient. We're going to look for any continuation gaps, so we're going to wait for any 5 minutes to open up, right? Staying extremely patient. And I noticed a lot of people took this, and I did see this one too, where if we go to the 30-second time frame, we get a little turtle soup action. So okay, so here was that move. We get a little turtle soup where we sweep out all of this buy side, right? We get, whoops, cool. We sweep this, right? Respects also the midnight open. And on the 32nd, we do have this very minuscule inversion. So, which is a great indication to go short if we inverse this. So this would have been a nice little entry trigger for you to go short. Stops above the high, and we could probably just take it down to these lows down here. And what does price do? We hit TP. So we hit TP. That was the first trade, right? A lot of people took that today. I just faded this just because my bias was bullish, so I was just looking for longs. So cool, we get that move, right? Just gonna delete this really quick. So this is the trade that I was looking for today. So I'm gonna scale back up to the 5-minute time frame. So this is what I see on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute time frame, I noticed that this candle does not close bearish, right? We respect this bullish 5-minute gap. So if we keep playing price, boom, price respects this giant wick, respects the 5-minute gap here. So I'm going to scale back down to the 1-minute, and we see a, even before the 1-minute, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to go to the 32nd just to see if I can get a lower time frame entry. So I see that we have a 30-second here, a 30-second inversion, right? Price comes back down for a rebalance and then goes back up. I'm like, cool, this might be an indication that we can possibly go long. So I'm taking longs here, stops underneath this candle's high, and I'm going to take it to the Asia high. That's just my piece of the pie, right? A 2.54 risk to reward. So my break even would have been right here, right? It's just a fast break even to see, and I did, right? I broke even, and then I thought price was just going to rip up. I don't know why I risked 4 micros for this, but I still ended up breaking even fucking early. This is where I fucked up, because the next candle I get absolutely tagged out, and then next thing you know, price runs to take profit. Yeah, minutes after. So this was the trade that I was in, and I just got trailed out. So that was a little rookie mistake on my end. And yeah, so, and then the next trade I took was I just kept waiting for price, right? We are just chopping. Cool, right? On this 5-minute here, we open up another 5-minute, right? This bullish 5-minute. I'm gonna take off this trade just to make it easier to read. Take off these pink lines just because we already swept those draws on liquidity. And I'll take off this 1 hour just to make it easier for you guys, right? Cool. So Asia high gets swept already. So we open up this 5-minute, right? This bullish 5-minute. Again, price does not close underneath this, right? We're still respecting this despite the fat wick, right? We are still respecting this gap. Same thing. I'm going to scale to the 1-minute time frame. I'm going to look for an inversion, right? It looks like a really clear AMD model going on. Accumulation, we get manipulation. I want to see distribution to the upside. So boom, right? Cool, perfect. We have this 1-minute inversion going on here. So I take a stab at longs. Right? Stops above here, right below this candle's wick, and I'm gonna just target these highs, right? Or if anything, you know what? I wasn't really trying to be greedy, right? This high could have been a potential target, right? But even this would have been great, right? The consolidation highs. So I'm in, right? Drawdown. And then I get wicked out. That was my pretty much indication to say no more trading for today, and then it just rips up, right? I could have probably just gotten break even at that point just to, I guess, secure something. But even then, we get hit with one of these, right? Boom, we get hit with a Trump candle. So that was my indication. I am done for the markets for today. No more trading, and go enjoy my Friday. So that was a $90 loss for today. It was not a crazy loss, and I've learned how to sit on a loss and to not seek any more revenge trades from the market, right? Because I feel like I know myself that if I take another trade, I'm not trading with logic anymore. I'm just revenge trading. I'm just trading to get a get back. And that is going to hurt me more in the future, right? So let's say if I do get a win, right? I don't feel good about that because I revenge traded. So, like, even after this Trump candle, right? We get massive amount of chop, right? At this point, right? This is the part where I just leave the charts. I'm like, all right, it's fucking gonna chop. Who knows where it's gonna go to? I don't really care, right? And then afterwards, we get like this nice little change at state and delivery entry, right? And yeah, so all of these get hit, or even like just the previous day high, we can just target that. All right, previous day high, like eventually it gets hit, right? But yeah, this is something I wouldn't have taken, right? Despite the fact that it did go to my direction. Like, I feel you guys got to understand, it is part of the game. Like, trading, you will win, you will lose. It's just a matter of how you adapt when you are losing, or how you react when you're losing. So with the $90 loss that I took today, right, I'd rather lose $90 than $900, right? Trying to revenge trade the market. So I just got to pay out from that account. My goal is to stay on that same account and take another payout, right? And possibly take another payout. And then from then on, then I'll start scaling, because I'm not going to start scaling so fast. And the next thing you know, I blow all my accounts and then I'm back to eval jail. So for me, it's just taking it slow grinding the process, and just love trading for what it is, right? And just detach myself from the money, because I feel like if you know where the price wants to go, the money's gonna come, right? The money's gonna come based off your decisions, right? From clicking that buy or sell button, all right? So it's just listening to your rules. If anything, make a set of rules for yourself, follow them, even if it means typing it when you're trading, right? So if I do something like this, right? Take text tool, right? 1 to 2 trades a day, right? If win on first trade, leave and enjoy the day, right? 2 L's in a row, leave, right? That's like pretty much my, I guess you could say, my rules for trading, because I only take 2 setups a day, right? If the first one wins, okay, cool, I'm done. If I lose twice in a row, I'm done. Like, even on the 5th day, before I got that payout yesterday, right? The day before that was also my 5th day. I lost, right? Took 2 trades. I lost $750. I'm like, you know what? I have one more day to secure this payout, right? Why would I want to jeopardize my progress to try to make back $750, right? With over risking more than I usually should, right? With the, pretty much you could say I could blow the account, right? It's either blow the account or try to make it back. And why would I do something stupid like that? So yeah, and then on the next day I ended up making $1,000 and we got the payout. So yeah, pretty much the whole point of this video is to pretty much tell you guys, like, you can fucking get payouts, just don't be fucking stupid, right? You can follow your own rules. You just have to learn how to sit on a loss. I think that's the biggest thing that people cannot handle, is a loss. And it's part of the game. Even the most profitable traders, they take crazy losses, right? But they don't fucking care. They just come back the next day. They're like, all right, bet. Like, I'm going to make that shit back. Because I feel like every day it's the same setup. There's always one move, right, in your model that plays out every single day. You just have to know when to catch that model. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and on Monday we're going to go back to live trading, and we're going to see if we can get another payout with this account. So until then, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.